Welcome! I'm Clara from The Storyteller. I'm pleased to present the thriller The Night Shift. The Night Shift, written by Maravich, is an audiobook series adapted from the novel of the same name. It is a two-book series available to purchase on Amazon. Tonight, I'm excited to present Act 2, The Dose. In the first act, pharmacist Mark Miller tries to help a battered woman who came into the pharmacy late one night. Mark has a soft spot for beautiful women with bruises and decides to be her hero. What he doesn't know is that he is being set up. We pick up the story where Mark plans his revenge against Elena. Come sit by the fire with me. Enjoy The Night Shift.
Chapter 7. The Journal. The stairwell of the Holiday Inn. Express smells like chlorine and stale cigarette smoke. My footsteps echo on the concrete, a frantic slap, slap, slap that matches the rhythm of my heart. I reach the ground floor. I push through the heavy fire door and burst out into the cool night air. The parking lot is quiet. The orange sodium lights hum overhead, casting long, unnatural shadows. My gray Honda Civic sits in the back corner, looking innocent, looking invisible. But it's not invisible. It's a crime scene waiting to happen. I planted the journal in his car. Her voice echoes in my head, cold and satisfied. We're rich, baby. She thinks I'm a patsy. She thinks I'm just a lonely, drug-addicted pharmacist who stumbled into her web. She thinks she can write my story for me. I run to the car. I fumble with my keys, scratching the paint around the lock. My hands are shaking. The hydrocodone is still in my system, but the rage is burning through it, metabolizing the calm into pure, jagged adrenaline. I unlock the door. I slide into the driver's seat. I don't turn on the engine. I don't turn on the lights. I start searching. I check the passenger seat. Empty. I check the glove compartment. Just my registration and a tire gauge. I check the center console. Gum wrappers, spare change, a bottle of ibuprofen. Where is it? She said she planted it. She must have done it when? While I was inside the house? While I was distracted by her silk robe and her fake tears? Or maybe she broke in. Maybe she has a key. I reach under the driver's seat. My fingers brush against something. Leather. Bound. I pull it out. It's a black moleskin notebook. It looks expensive. It looks like something a poet would carry. Or a stalker. I turn on the dome light. I open the cover. The first page is dated 3 months ago. January 12th. She came in tonight, the angel with the sad eyes. I saw the bruises. I saw the way she looked at me. She wants me to save her. I know she does. The handwriting is disturbing. It's not my handwriting, but it's close. It's blocky, all caps. It looks manic. It looks like the writing of a man trying to document his own descent into madness. I flip the pages. February 4th. I followed him home. I saw him hurt her. I wanted to kill him right then. I have the means. I have the chemistry. February 14th. Valentine's Day. He bought her flowers. I should be the one buying her flowers. I should be the one taking care of her. He doesn't deserve to breathe. I read on. My stomach churns. It's a masterpiece of fiction. She has woven real events, times I worked, weather conditions, into a delusion I never had. She has painted me as obsessed, dangerous, unhinged. And then the entry from 2 days ago, the note. She passed me a note. She begged me. But I know she's scared. I have to be strong for both of us. I have to make the decision she can't make. Digoxin, sugar, it's not enough. I need something stronger. Potassium. I can hide it. I can make it sweet. I freeze. She wrote down the potassium. She wrote down the specific method I use. She's pinning the method on me. If the police find this journal in my car, coupled with the autopsy results showing hyperkalemia, I'm done. It's premeditated murder. It's life without parole. She orchestrated everything. She manipulated me into coming up with the plan, then she documented it as my idea. She is smarter than me. I close the book. The leather feels greasy in my hands. I need to destroy it. I reach for my lighter. I keep one for sealing heat shrink tubing on wire repairs, a habit from my dad. But then I stop. If I burn it, the evidence is gone. But if the police already know about it, If she anonymously tipped them off that I keep a diary, then a missing diary looks suspicious. But a found diary condemns me. I have to get rid of it. But I can't just toss it in a dumpster. Dumpsters are the first place they look. I need to bury it or drown it. I start the car. I back out of the spot. I drive slowly, casually, out of the Holiday Inn parking lot. I head toward the river. The Cuyahoga River cuts through the industrial part of town. It's dark, dirty, and deep. I drive to the old steel bridge on 9th Street. It's 4:30 a.m. There is no traffic. I slow down as I cross the bridge. I roll down the window. The wind rushes in, cold and wet. I hold the notebook out. I let go. I don't hear it hit the water. It's too far down. But I feel the weight lift off my chest. Gone. She can tell them I have a journal. They can search my car. They won't find it. It's her word against mine. But her word is powerful. She's the grieving widow of a hero cop. I'm the weird night pharmacist who was just interrogated by a detective. I need more than just a missing journal. I need an alibi. I need a defense. I check the time. 4:45 a.m. I have been gone from the pharmacy for 45 minutes. I left the store locked. I hung the closed sign. But if Gary comes back early, or if Brenda shows up, I need to get back. I need to spin a story. I drive. I reach into my pocket, click, click. I shake 2 hydrocodone into my hand. I swallow them. I need the edge. I need the God complex back. For the last hour, I felt small, stupid, used. I need to remember who I am. I am the night shift. I am the one who watches. Elena Graves made a mistake. She thought the story ended when her husband hit the floor. She forgot about the epilogue. I pull into the pharmacy lot at 5 a.m. The store is dark. The closed sign is still hanging crookedly in the window. No police cars. No Gary. Safe. I unlock the back door, disable the alarm, and slip inside. The silence welcomes me back. The hum of the refrigerator is a familiar song. I lock the door behind me. I take a deep breath. Okay, damage control. I walked out in the middle of a shift. Why? Illness. I go to the bathroom. I stick my finger down my throat. I gag. I force myself to retch until my eyes water and my stomach spasms. I splash water on my face. I look in the mirror. I look wrecked, pale, sweaty, pupils pinned. Perfect. I look like I have the flu or food poisoning. I walk out to the pharmacy counter. I check the computer. The screen is black. The tower in the manager's office is fried. The coffee spill. I walk into the office. The smell of burnt electronics is faint now, masked by the smell of the cleaning solution I use on the floors. The mug is still on the floor where I staged it. The puddle of coffee is drying into a sticky stain. Good. Now the drugs, and I have the vial of real digoxin in my pocket. I also have the bottle of sugar pills in the evidence bag with Detective Miller. Wait, Miller took the sugar pills. If they test them and find sugar, that proves I didn't give Graves digoxin. But if the autopsy shows he died of potassium, and if Elena claims I poisoned the protein powder, it comes down to access. She let me in, but she'll deny it. She'll say I broke in. Did I leave fingerprints? I touched the protein tub. I touched the pantry door. I wasn't wearing gloves. Stupid, stupid, stupid. The hydrocodone kicks in. A warm wave of reassurance washes over me. Calm down, Mark. Think like a scientist. Fingerprints on a pantry door prove I was in the house. They don't prove when. They don't prove murder. Fingerprints on the protein tub. That's harder to explain. Unless I have a reason to be there. I pace the pharmacy aisle and I need to change the narrative. Right now, the narrative is obsessed pharmacist stalks woman, kills husband to save her. I need the narrative to be pharmacist suspects abuse, tries to help, gets framed by psycho wife. I need evidence. I go to the computer at the front counter. This one still works. It's separate from the security system. I pull up Elena's profile. I look at the transaction history. Mucinex, $20. I remember the $10 bill. Help me, please. I still have it. It's in my wallet. That bill is my lifeline. It proves she initiated contact. It proves she was soliciting help. But a lawyer could argue I wrote it myself, just like the journal. I need something digital, something undeniable. I check the store's main server. The purchase history for the entire store is logged here. Not just prescriptions. Everything was scanned at the register. I searched for antifreeze. If she planned to kill him, and the potassium was plan B, maybe she bought supplies here? I scroll back. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, nothing under Elena Graves. I search for protein powder, nothing. I search for rat poison, nothing. She's smart. She probably paid cash or went to Walmart. Wait, I search for prepaid phones, burner phones. If she has a lover, if she were plotting, she wouldn't use her cell. Graves tracked her cell. I found a transaction from 2 weeks ago. Track phone, $19.99. 60 minutes airtime card, paid cash, but the timestamp is there. February 2nd, 2:14 a.m. 2:14 a.m. Who shops at 2:14 a.m.? Me and the creatures of the night. I pull up the security footage backup. Oh, right. I fried the DVR. I curse. I slam my hand against the counter. I destroyed the footage that could have saved me. I wanted to hide the pill swap, but in doing so, I hid her purchase. I'm an idiot. I slump against the counter. The drugs aren't helping anymore. They're just making the panic feel like slow motion. Think. The DVR in the office records the pharmacy cameras. Cameras 1 through 4. But the front door camera, the one that watches the entrance, that's on a different loop. It's a cloud-based loss prevention system. Corporate monitors it remotely. It wasn't connected to the tower I fried. I scramble to the computer. I log into the corporate portal. Store 492, loss prevention. I search the date. February 2nd, 2:14 a.m. I play the clip. The automatic doors slide open. A figure walks in. It's not Elena. It's a man. He's wearing a hoodie, jeans, work boots. He keeps his head down. He walks to the electronics aisle. He grabs a track phone. He walks to the self-checkout. He pays cash. He looks up at the camera for a split second. I freeze the frame. I zoom in. Grainy, pixelated. But I know him. I've seen that face before. Where? I stare at the screen. The jawline, the eyes. It's the guy from the Holiday Inn. No, I didn't see the lover. I only heard his voice. But this guy, he looks familiar. I close my eyes. I scan my memory. My brain is a database of faces. Every customer, every seeker. I saw him in the photos. Elena's Facebook photos. The barbecue picture. There was Graves holding a beer, looking like a king. And in the background, tending the grill, was this guy. He's not a stranger. He's a friend. Graves' friend. I pull up Facebook on my phone. I find Elena's profile. I find the photo. I zoom in. There he is. Same jaw, same build. I click on the tag. Miller, Mike. Miller? Like the detective? No. Detective Miller said, no relation. I click on Mike Miller's profile. Works at City of Cleveland Police Department. He's a cop. My stomach drops. Elena's lover isn't just some guy. He's a cop. He's Graves' colleague. Maybe even his partner. Detective Miller interviewed me. He said, I'm Detective Miller. Is this him? I look at the security footage again. The guy is younger, maybe 30. Detective Miller looked 50. Brothers? Sons? Or just a common name? But he's a cop. That explains why she was so confident. Miller told me they found his fingerprints. She has an inside man. She has a cop helping her frame me. The system is rigged. The police are dirty. The wife is a black widow. And I am the bug stuck in the web. I sit back in the chair. I start to laugh. It's a dry hacking sound. I thought I was God. I thought I was the one pulling the strings. I was just the entertainment. But they made a mistake. They let me see the footage. I download the clip. I email it to myself. I email it to a secure mail account I use for darker browsing. I have proof that her lover bought a burner phone. It's not enough to exonerate me, but it's a thread. And if I pull on it hard enough, the whole sweater unravels. I stand up. I need to clean up the pharmacy. I need to open the store. I need to act like everything is normal. I grab a broom, I sweep the floor. Sweep, sweep, sweep. The motion is hypnotic. I formulate a plan. They expect me to be scared. They expect me to run or confess. They don't expect me to fight back. I need to find out exactly who Mike Miller is, and I need to get back into that house. Why? Because I left something there. The mortar and pestle? No, I cleaned that. The baggie? I threw it away in a public trash can. What did I leave? My DNA. On the protein tub. If I can switch the tub, if I can replace the poison tub with a clean one, the autopsy will show high potassium. But if the source is gone, if the protein powder tests clean, then where did the potassium come from? It becomes a mystery, a medical anomaly. And if there's no poison container, there's no link to me. I need to swap the tub, but the house is a crime scene, police tape, maybe a patrol car out front. I can't just walk in. I check the time. 6 a.m. The sun is up. The vampires are gone. Brenda will be here in an hour. I need to get through the shift change. I need to go home. I need to regroup. Then tonight, I go back to 424 Elm. I am the night shift, and I have one more delivery to make. The front door slides open. I jump. It's early for customers. A woman walks in. She's wearing a nurse's uniform, scrubs, sneaker. She looks tired. She walks to the counter. Picking up, she says, for Anderson. I look at her. She has a name tag. Chloe. She looks familiar. Not from the pharmacy, from the profile. Mike Miller's Facebook. She was in a photo with him, me and the SS. She's the cop's sister, and she's standing in my pharmacy. Is she checking on me? Is she a spy? Anderson, I say. I type it in. Just a Z-Pack, she says. Sinus infection. I find the bag. I hand it to her. You look rough, she says. She studies my face. Long night, I say. I bet. She smiles. It's not a nice smile. We heard about the cop. Graves. Sad stuff. Tragic, I say. You knew him, she asks. He was a customer. Yeah, well, she takes her bag. Watch yourself, pharmacist. Stress kills. She turns and walks away. I watch her go. She knows or she suspects. They are circling. I grip the counter. I need another pill. I reach into my pocket. My hand brushes against the glass vial. The real digoxin. I freeze. I have an idea. A terrible, risky, brilliant idea. If I can't remove the poison, maybe I can change the cause of death. Digoxin toxicity causes hyperkalemia. If you overdose on digoxin, your potassium levels spike. The medical examiner will see high potassium and assume potassium overdose. Or if they find digoxin in his system, they might assume the potassium spike was a symptom of the digoxin toxicity. And who filled the digoxin? Me. But if the pills in his pocket are sugar, then how did he get the digoxin? If I can plant the real pills in the house, if I can put the real pills in his medicine cabinet, then it looks like he had a stash. It looks like he took too many of his old pills. And the sugar pills in his pocket? A mistake by the pharmacy, a harmless error. Oops, I dispensed the wrong manufacturer. It turns a murder charge into a dispensing error. Dispensing error equals loss of license. Murder equals electric chair. I'll take the loss of license. I need to plant the digoxin. I grip the vial. Tonight, I'm going back in, and this time I'm not bringing sugar. Chapter 8. The Switch. The sun is a traitor. It shouldn't be shining. It should be raining. It should be gray and miserable, matching the cold, hollow pit in my stomach. But as I park my Honda Civic 3 blocks away from 424 Elm Street, the sun is blazing through the windshield, blinding me, exposing me. I hate the day. The day is loud. The day is chaotic. The day is when people pretend to be happy. I check my watch. 7:15 a.m. My shift is over. Brenda is at the pharmacy now, logging into her register, greeting the morning regulars with her chirpy, coffee-fueled voice. She's probably wondering why the floor is so clean. She's probably wondering why the manager's computer is fried. Let her wonder. I have bigger problems. I reach into my pocket. My fingers brush the amber vial, the real digoxin. The 30 pills that are going to save my life. I dig deeper. I'm looking for the other bottle, the one that rattles. I find it. I pull it out. It's light, too light. I shake it. Click. One. One hydrocodone left. I stare at the white oval pill resting at the bottom of the orange plastic canyon. I did the math wrong. I took too many last night. The stress, the adrenaline, the rage. It burned through my supply faster than I calculated. I took a maintenance dose at midnight. I took 2 more when I saw the note. I took 3 after the phone call. I've ingested 40 milligrams of hydrocodone in 8 hours. And this is the last one. Panic, cold and sharp, spikes in my chest. I can't be out. Not now. Not today. Today is the most important day of my life. I have to break into a crime scene. I have to plant evidence. I have to outsmart a detective, a black widow, and a dirty cop. I need to be sharp. I need to be the night shift. But without the chemistry, I'm just Mark. And Mark is tired. Mark is shaking. Mark is terrified. I swallow the pill. I don't save it. I can't. I need the edge now. I need the courage to get out of this car and walk toward the house that wants to destroy me. I swallow it dry. It scrapes my throat. 20 minutes, I tell myself. You have 20 minutes of peak performance. Then the crash starts. I get out of the car. I walk. I don't walk on the sidewalk. I walk through the backyards. I climb fences. I skirt around swimming pools and swing sets. I am a ghost in the suburbs. I reach the hedge behind 424 Elm. The house is quiet. The police cruisers are gone. The crime scene tape is still there, fluttering in the morning breeze like festive streamers for a party nobody wanted to attend. There is a patrol car parked out front. One officer. He's sitting in the driver's seat, looking at his phone. Bored. He's not watching the back. I slip through the gap in the privet hedge. I am in the backyard. The grass is wet. My sneakers squish into the mud. I look at the house. It looms over me, brick and silent. The windows are dark eyes staring down in judgment. I need to get in. The back door? Locked, probably, and taped. The window? I look at the kitchen window, the one I peered through last night. It's closed, but there's a window well, a basement window. I crouch down. I brush away the dead leaves. It's an old hopper window, metal frame, rusty. I push on it. It doesn't budge. I look around for a rock. No. Noise. If I break the glass, the cop out front might hear, or a neighbor. I need to pry it. I take out my keys. I have a small multi-tool on my keychain, a little flathead screwdriver. I jam it into the gap between the window and the frame. I twist. The metal groans. Come on, come on. I'm sweating. Cold, clammy sweat that pricks my skin. The hydrocodone hasn't kicked in yet. Or maybe it has, and my tolerance is just laughing at it. I push harder. Pop. The latch gives way. It was rusted through. I push the window open. It swings inward into the darkness of the basement. I slide feet first. I wiggle my hips through the narrow opening. I drop. I land on concrete. It smells of mildew and laundry detergent. I stand up. I wait for my eyes to adjust. I am in the basement. I see a furnace, a water heater, a pile of cardboard boxes labeled X-Mass. I walk to the stairs. I climb slowly. The wood creaks under my weight. Creak! I freeze. I listen. Silence. I keep going. I reach the door at the top of the stairs. I turn the knob. Unlocked. I step into the kitchen. It feels different than it did last night. Last night it was a stage. The lights were on. The actors were performing. Now it's a tomb. There is black fingerprint dust everywhere. On the counters, on the fridge handle, on the pantry door. They process the scene. I look at the island. The glass of water is gone. I look at the floor where he fell. There is a chalk outline. No, they don't do that anymore. But the rug is kicked aside. The coffee table is crooked. I feel a shiver. A man died right there. A bad man, yes. But a man. I killed him. I push the thought away. I don't have time for guilt. Guilt is a luxury for people who aren't being framed. I need to plant the pills. Where? Not in the kitchen. That's too obvious. The bathroom, the medicine cabinet. If he had a stash, if he was hoarding his meds, he would keep them in the bathroom. I walk into the hallway. I pass the front door. I can see the patrol car through the sidelight window. The cop is still looking at his phone. I creep up the stairs. The carpet is plush. It swallows my footsteps. I reach the landing. There are 3 doors: bedroom, guest room, bathroom. I go to the bathroom. It's a master bath, double vanity, jacuzzi tub. I open the medicine cabinet. It's full. Shaving cream, cologne, deodorant, and pills. Lots of pills. I scan the labels. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, amoxicillin, expired. No digoxin, perfect. I take the amber vial out of my pocket. Digoxin 0.25 milligrams. The label is gone. I peeled it off in the car. It's just an amber vial with 30 yellow pills inside. If the police find this, they'll assume it's an old prescription, a refill he pocketed. Or maybe they'll assume he got it from somewhere else. It doesn't matter. What matters is that there are real digoxin pills in the house. If the medical examiner finds high potassium and high digoxin levels, if I'm lucky. But wait, he didn't take these pills. There won't be digoxin in his blood. Unless I put some there? No, he's at the morgue. I can't drug a corpse. But the theory works. If he had a bottle of real pills and the bottle in his pocket was sugar, the defense attorney, my attorney, can argue he took his meds from his home supply before he left. He grabbed the wrong bottle, the sugar pills, by mistake. He died of an overdose from the pills he took at home. It's thin. It's a thread. But it's better than the pharmacist poisoned his protein shake. I place the vial on the shelf behind the shaving cream. Hidden, but findable. I close the cabinet. Click. The sound is too loud in the quiet house. I freeze. I hear something. Downstairs at the front door, a key turning in the lock. My heart stops. The cop? No. The cop doesn't have a key. The cop would knock. Or bust it down. Who has a key? Elena. But Elena is at the Holiday Inn, unless she came back. I hear the door open. Footsteps, heavy boots on the hardwood floor. Not Elena. A man. I step back. I look for a place to hide. The shower? No. Glass doors. The closet? I open the linen closet. Towels, sheets. I squeeze inside. I pull the door shut, leaving a tiny crack. I listen. The footsteps are coming up the stairs. Thump, thump, thump. Slow, deliberate. This isn't a cop doing a wellness check. This is someone looking for something. The footsteps reach the landing. They stop. I hold my breath. My lungs burn. The hydrocodone buzz has turned into a sharp, metallic taste in my mouth. The footsteps move toward the bedroom. I hear drawers opening, closing. Someone is tossing the room. Who? I risk a look. I peek through the crack. I see a figure walk past the bathroom door. It's a man, jeans, hoodie. He turns. I see his profile. It's him, the guy from the security footage, the guy from the barbecue photo. Mike Miller, the dirty cop, the lover. He's here. He's in the house. Why? He's looking for something. He walks into the bathroom. I shrink back into the towels. I press myself against the back wall of the closet. I pray to a God I don't believe in that he doesn't need a washcloth. He stands at the vanity. He opens the medicine cabinet. My heart hammers so hard I'm sure he can hear it. Thump, thump, thump. He moves things around. He finds the vial. My vial. The one I just planted. He picks it up. He shakes it. Bingo, he whispers. He laughs softly. He puts the vial in his pocket. My stomach drops through the floor. He's taking it. He's taking my plant. Why? Is he cleaning the scene? Is he removing any evidence that could complicate things? Or does he know? Did he know I would come here? He closes the cabinet. He turns to the mirror. He checks his reflection. He runs a hand through his hair. He looks arrogant. He looks like a man who just won the lottery. Too easy, Doc, he says to his reflection. He knows. He knows I'm here. Or he knows I was here. Or he knows the game. He turns and walks out of the bathroom. I listen. He goes back to the bedroom. I hear more rustling. Then silence. Is he gone? I wait. 1 minute. 2 minutes. I hear the front door close. I hear an engine start outside. Not the patrol car. A different car. I push the closet door open. I stumble out. I am sweating. My clothes are soaked. He took the pills. My plan is ruined. My alibi is in the pocket of the man framing me. I walk to the window. I look out through the blinds. I see a blue sedan driving away. And I see the patrol car still sitting there. The officer didn't even look up. They are working together, the uniform outside, the lover inside. It's a conspiracy, a tight closed loop, and I'm on the outside. I sink to the floor of the bathroom. I put my head in my hands. The hydrocodone is gone. The warmth is gone. The withdrawal is starting. I feel it in my joints first. A dull, grinding ache. Then the chills. Goose flesh ripples across my arms. My stomach cramps. I need a pill, but I don't have any. I'm out. I look at the empty medicine cabinet. I check the other bottles. Ibuprofen, amoxicillin, useless. I need to get out of here. I need to get to the pharmacy. I need to steal. But as I stand up, I see something. In the trash can next to the toilet. It's empty mostly. A few tissues, a piece of floss. But at the bottom, a receipt, crumpled into a ball. I reach in, I pick it up, I smooth it out. It's from AutoZone, dated 3 weeks ago. Item, Prestone antifreeze/coolant, 1 gallon, paid cash. I stare at the paper. Antifreeze. Elena bought antifreeze. Or Graves did, or Mike. But why is the receipt in the bathroom trash? Because someone cleaned out their pockets before taking a shower. Who takes showers here? Graves, Elena, and Mike. If Mike is the lover, he showers here. I look at the date again. 3 weeks ago. The same week the help me note appeared. They've been planning this for weeks. Antifreeze. Ethylene glycol. It's sweet. You can hide it in Gatorade. You can hide it in a protein shake. My head snaps up. The protein powder. I poisoned it with potassium. But what if it was already poison? What if Elena put the antifreeze in the powder weeks ago? What if she was slowly poisoning him? Weakening him? He's strong as an ox. Maybe he wasn't strong. Maybe he was dying slowly. And then I came along with my potassium sledgehammer and finished the job. But if the powder contains both, if the autopsy finds antifreeze and potassium, it proves 2 attempts. It proves a conspiracy. But who takes the fall? The receipt is here, in the house. If I take it, I have leverage. I shove the receipt into my pocket. I stand up. I need to go. But my legs are shaking. The cramps are getting worse. My skin feels like it's crawling. I stagger to the door. I start down the stairs. Thump. My foot catches on the carpet. I fall. I tumble down the stairs. Hard. My shoulder hits the banister. My head cracks against the wall. I land in a heap at the bottom of the stairs. Pain explodes in my shoulder. White hot. I groan. I try to get up. The room spins. Hello? A voice from outside, the patrol car. The officer heard the crash. Is someone in there? I hear a car door slam. Footsteps on the porch. I scramble to my feet. I ignore the pain. I run to the kitchen. Police, open up! Pounding on the front door, I dive for the basement door. I throw it open. I stumble down the stairs into the darkness. I hear the front door being kicked in. Crack. Police, show yourself! I run to the window. The hopper window I pried open. I grab the ledge. I pull myself up. My shoulder screams. I cry out. In the kitchen! Heavy boots running across the hardwood. I scramble through the window. I scrape my stomach. I tear my shirt. I fall out into the window well. I roll onto the wet grass. Stop! Police! A face appears in the kitchen window above me. I don't look back. I run. I run through the hedge. I run through the neighbor's yard. I run until my lungs burn and my vision blurs. I reach my car. I fumble with the keys. I drop them in the grass. Damn it! Damn it! I find them. I unlock the door. I throw myself inside. I start the engine. I peel away from the curb. I drive and I check the rearview mirror. No lights, no sirens. He didn't see my car. He didn't see my face. but he knows someone was there. And Mike Miller has my pills. I am driving blind. I am hurt. I am withdrawing. And I have nothing left. No pills, no alibi, no leverage. Except I reach into my pocket, the receipt, AutoZone. It's a flimsy piece of thermal paper, but it's the only weapon I have. I need to go to the pharmacy. I need to fix my shoulder. And I need to get high. If I don't get high, I can't think. If I can't think, I die. I turn the car toward the store. The sun is fully up now. It's mocking me. I am a creature of the night, and the light is burning me alive. I hit the steering wheel. Focus, Mark. Focus. I need to find out who bought that antifreeze. If it was Mike, I have him. If it was Elena, I have her. I just need to survive the next hour. I need pills. I press the gas pedal. The night shift isn't over. It's just moving to a new location. Chapter 9, The Meeting. The pharmacy parking lot is a battlefield of morning commuters. SUVs jockeying for spots, horns honking, the aggressive cheerfulness of talk radio bleeding through closed windows. I pull my battered Civic into the loading bay behind the store. It's a tow-away zone. I don't care. I kill the engine. I sit for a moment, gripping the steering wheel, trying to breathe through the pain in my shoulder. It feels like someone drove a railroad spike into the joint. Every heartbeat sends a fresh wave of agony radiating down my arm. But the shoulder is manageable. Pain is just a signal. The withdrawal is the real problem. It's a dull roar now, a static noise filling my head. My skin feels too tight. My stomach is cramping, a cold, twisting knot that threatens to empty whatever bile is left in me. I need a pill. I look at the back door of the pharmacy. It's locked. Brenda is inside, humming along to soft rock, dispensing blood pressure meds to old ladies. I can't just walk in and raid the safe. Brenda watches the inventory like a hawk during the day. She's annoying, but she's not incompetent. I need a distraction, or a pretext. I reach into the glove box. I pull out a spare white coat I keep for emergencies. It's wrinkled, stained with coffee. I put it on over my torn shirt. I button it to the chin to hide the blood and the scrapes from the window well. I check my reflection in the rearview mirror. I look like a corpse that just crawled out of a grave. Pale, sweaty, eyes rimmed with red. Flu, I whisper. It's just the flu. I get out of the car. I walk to the employee entrance. I punch the code. I walk down the hallway. I keep my head down. I push through the door into the pharmacy. Mark? Brenda looks up from the verification screen. She frowns. Her glasses are perched on the end of her nose. What are you doing here? You clocked out 2 hours ago. I left my keys, I lie. My voice is raspy. It sounds convincing. And my wallet. You look terrible, she says. She steps closer. My God, Mark, you're soaking wet. And you're shaking. Fever, I say. I lean against the counter, clutching my shoulder. I think I caught that bug going around. You need to go home, she says. You can't be back here spreading germs. I know, just let me grab my stuff. I walk past her. I head toward the back, toward the lockers. But I don't go to the lockers. I go to the compounding area. I scan the shelves. I can't touch the schedule, too safe. She'll hear the dial spinning. I need something accessible. Something off the count. My eyes land on the return to stock bin. It's the purgatory for pills. Prescriptions that were filled but never picked up. We hold them for 14 days, then reverse the claim and put the pills back on the shelf. I dig through the vials, amoxicillin, Lipitor, Viagra. Come on, my fingers brush a bottle. Hydrocodone /APAP 5/325. A script for a dental patient, filled 10 days ago. Never retrieved. It's the low dose, 5 milligrams, but there are 20 pills in the bottle. I palm the vial. I can't take the bottle. The count has to match when she reverses it. I pop the cap with my thumb. I shake 4 pills into my hand. I slide them into my pocket. I snap the cap back on. I drop the bottle back in the bin. Mark, Brenda calls out. Everything okay? Yeah, I choke out. Just found it. I grab a bottle of water from the fridge. I crack it open. I turn my back to her. I throw the 4 pills into my mouth. I wash them down. They hit my stomach like holy water. I wait. Please, please. You really should see a doctor, Brenda says, walking back to check on me. You look like you're in pain. I fell, I say. On the way in. Slipped on the wet pavement. It explains the dirt. It explains the way I'm holding my arm. Oh no, she says. Do you want to fill out an incident report? No, I just want to go to bed. I start to walk out. As I pass the trash can near the sink, I remember the receipt. The AutoZone receipt in my pocket. It's damp. It's crumbling. If I lose it, I lose everything. I need to preserve it. I stop. Actually, Brenda, I say, can I use the scanner? I need to email a document to my insurance for the car. Sure, she says. Make it quick. I have a line forming. I walk to the scanner. I take out the receipt. I flatten it on the glass. I scan it. I email it to my secure account. Now it's digital. Now it's eternal. I take the paper receipt back. I fold it carefully. I put it in my wallet. Thanks, Brenda, I say. Feel better, she calls out. I walk out. I get back in my car. I lean my head back. The chemistry is starting to work. The edge is dulling. The shivering is stopping. The pain in my shoulder recedes from a scream to a dull roar. I am back online. I check my phone. Still no word from Elena. She thinks she's safe. She thinks she's in control. She thinks I'm running scared, or maybe already in handcuffs. She doesn't know I have the receipt. She doesn't know I have the footage of her lover buying the burner phone. I pull up the photo of Mike Miller on my phone again. The cop. I look at his smug face. He walked into my house, well, Graves' house, and took my alibi. He took the digoxin bottle. He thinks he cleaned up the mess, but he missed the trash can. Amateurs. I start the car. I'm not going home. I can't go home. The police might be there by now, looking for the journal Elena claimed I have. I need a safe harbor. I drive to a self-service car wash on the edge of town. It's deserted. I pull into a bay. I get out. I use the high-pressure hose to wash the mud off my shoes. I wash the blood off my arm. I wash the vomit taste out of my mouth with the water fountain. I sit on the concrete bench. I need to make a call. Not to Elena, not yet. I need to call the number on the receipt. I pull out the paper. There is no phone number for Mike Miller, but there is a store number for AutoZone. No, that's useless. I look at the $10 bill, the one that started it all. Help me, please. And a phone number. I assumed it was her cell. But if Graves tracked her cell, why would she write that number? Maybe it's not her cell. Maybe it's the burner phone, the one Mike bought. If she wrote the number of the burner phone, then she wasn't asking me for help. She was communicating with him. She passed the bill to me. Why? To establish a paper trail? To make me a witness to her distress? Or maybe she made a mistake. Maybe she meant to give that bill to someone else? No, she looked at me. She chose me. I dial the number on the bill. Ring. Ring. Yeah? A man's voice. Gruff. Tired. It's him. Mike Miller. I don't say anything. I just listen. Hello? He says. Who is this? He sounds edgy. Paranoid. Is it done? He asks. He thinks I'm Elena. I hang up. It's his number. Which means the help me note, the note she gave me, contained the number of her lover. She was setting the stage even then. If I had called that number back then, Mike would have answered. He would have played the role. Maybe pretended to be a concerned relative. It was a setup, a trap constructed of layers within layers. I feel a cold, hard knot of hatred tighten in my chest. It mixes with the lust I felt earlier, twisting it into something dark and unrecognizable. She played me. She used my ego. She used my addiction. She looked at me with those blue eyes and saw a tool. I am not a tool. I am the night shift. I text the number. I have the receipt. I wait. 30 seconds. The phone rings. It's him. I answer. Who is this? He barks. The pharmacist, I say. Silence. Listen, you little junkie, Mike says. His voice is low, menacing. You're out of your depth. We have your prints. We have your motive. We have the journal. I have the AutoZone receipt, I say calmly. February 2nd. Antifreeze. Paid cash. Pause. So what? He says. Anyone can buy antifreeze. I also have the security footage, I say, of you buying the track phone, the one I'm talking to right now. I let that sink in. And, I add, I have the footage of you buying the antifreeze. Same store, same day. I'm lying. I don't have the antifreeze footage, but he doesn't know that. If I send this to Detective Miller investigating the case, I say, or to the news, how does that look for a cop? Buying poison 3 weeks before his partner drops dead? Silence. Heavy, breathing silence. What do you want? He asks. I want to talk to her. She's indisposed. Put her on, Mike, or I hit send. I hear muffled movement, a hand over the receiver, whispering. Then her voice. Mark? It's soft, breathless. The same voice that whispered, I pay my debts. Hello, Elena, I say. Mark, please, she says. You don't understand. We had to do it. He was a monster. I know he was, I say. That's why I helped you. But you didn't need my help, did you? You already poisoned him. It wasn't working, she cries. He was getting sick, but he wouldn't die. He was just getting meaner. We needed a closer. So you found a patsy. No, she says. No, Mark, I liked you. I really did. You were so intense. Stop lying, I snap. Okay, she says. Her voice shifts. The vulnerability vanishes. She sounds tired. Okay, you caught us. What do you want? Money? We get the insurance payout in a month. I can cut you in. I don't want money, I say. Then what? I look at my reflection in the car window. The white coat, the hollow eyes. I want to finish what we started, I say. What? The pact, I say. You owe me. Mark, you're scaring me. Good, I say. You should be scared. You're holding a losing hand, Elena. Where are you? She asks. Well, I'm close. Come to the hotel, she says. Room 308. Mike is leaving. We can talk. We can figure this out. She's trying to lure me in. She wants to trap me. Mike is probably checking his service weapon right now. No, I say. Not the hotel. Too public. Then where? I think about it. Where do I have the advantage? Where am I God? The pharmacy, I say. The pharmacy? Tonight, I say. 3 a.m. Bring the journal you planted. Bring the pills Mike took from the bathroom. Mark, I can't. Bring them, I command, and come alone. If I see Mike, if I see a cop, I email the footage to the DA, and I have a dead man's switch set up. If I don't reset it every hour, the email goes out automatically. Another lie, but a good one. 3 a.m., I repeat. Don't be late. I hang up. I throw the phone on the passenger seat. I lean back. The hydrocodone is humming nicely now. The pain in my shoulder is a distant memory. I have set the stage. They think they are walking into a negotiation. They are walking into an execution. I have 12 hours to prepare. I need supplies. I start the car. I drive to the hardware store. I buy duct tape, zip ties, a tarp. Then I drive to the grocery store. I buy sugar, lots of it, and a bottle of wine. I drive back to the car wash. I sit in the bay. I wait for the sun to go down. I close my eyes. I imagine Elena's face. So beautiful. So sexy. I still want her. I want her badly. Even now. Even knowing what she is. Maybe because of what she is. She's a killer, like me. We belong together. And tonight, one way or another, we will be. Chapter 10, The Rendezvous. There is a specific kind of intimacy in a locked pharmacy at 3 a.m. It's just us, me, the rows of amber bottles, and the hum of the refrigerator. It's a sterile, clinical world, stripped of the messy variables of daylight. Here, everything is measured. Everything is controlled. Everything has a label. Tonight, I am labeling the wine. I bought a bottle of Cabernet, cheap, acidic stuff from the grocery store. I poured it into a large glass beaker I took from the compounding shelf. It looks almost medicinal sitting there on the stainless steel counter, dark and heavy like Venus blood. I placed 2 plastic cups next to it. not the little medicine cups. Water cups from the dispenser. It's not romantic. It's not meant to be. It's a test. I check my pocket. The vial of real digoxin is there. The receipt from AutoZone is there, folded into a sharp square. And the hydrocodone. I have 5 pills left. I took 2 an hour ago to steady my hands, to sharpen the edges of my mind. I am vibrating on a frequency that feels like godhood. I am not tired. I am not scared. I am electric. I look at the security monitors. I fix the tower. Well, fixed is a strong word. I swap the hard drive with an old spare from the back room that hasn't recorded anything since 2018. If anyone checks, it looks like a mechanical failure. But the live feed still works. I watch the parking lot. The rain has started again. It slicks the asphalt, turning the streetlights into long, bleeding streaks of orange neon. It's 2:58 a.m. A car turns into the lot. It's not a police cruiser. It's not the black truck. It's a silver Mercedes, sleek, expensive. It parks right in front of the doors under the awning. The driver's door opens. Elena steps out. She isn't wearing the trench coat tonight. She isn't wearing the pink robe or the slip dress. She is dressed to kill. She's wearing a black dress that fits her like a second skin. It's cut low in the front and high in the leg. She has heels on, stilettos that click ominously against the wet pavement. Her hair is loose, a dark cascade over her shoulders. Her lips are painted a deep, violent red. She looks like a widow who just cashed the check. She walks to the doors. They don't open. I lock them. She looks up at the camera. She knows I'm watching. She smiles. It's not a warm smile. It's a challenge. I press the buzzer under the counter. Buzz. The doors slide open. She walks in. The sound of her heels echoes in the empty store. Click, clack. Click, clack. She doesn't look at the candy aisle. She doesn't look at the greeting cards. She walks straight to the pharmacy, her eyes locked on mine. She reaches the glass. "Hello, doctor," she purrs. Her voice sends a shiver straight down my spine. It mixes with the opiates, creating a warm, heavy heat in my gut. "You're on time," I say. "I'm always on time for an appointment." She puts her hands on the counter. Her nails are painted to match her lips. "Well," she says, "aren't you going to let me in?" I look at her. I look past her at the empty store. "Is he here?" I ask. "Who?" "Mike." She doesn't flinch. She doesn't blink. "I told you," she says smoothly. "I came alone, just like you asked." I check the monitor. The parking lot is empty. No other cars. "Check your phone," I say. "Turn it off. Put it in the bin." I slide the metal transaction drawer out. She sighs. She reaches into her purse, a small black clutch, and pulls out her phone. She drops it into the drawer. I pull it back. I check the screen. It's off. I put it on the back counter next to the beaker of wine. "Okay," I say. I walk to the door that separates the pharmacy from the store. I unlock it. She steps inside. The smell of her hits me instantly. Jasmine. Vanilla. And underneath it, the metallic tang of rain. It's intoxicating. It's the smell of trouble. I lock the door behind her. We are sealed in. She turns to face me. The space behind the counter is narrow. We are standing close. Too close. She looks up at me. Her eyes are that electric blue, wide and innocent and deadly. "So," she says softly, "here we are." She reaches out. She runs a finger down the lapel of my white coat. "You look very handsome, Mark. Authoritative." "Cut the crap, Elena," I say. My voice is rough. "You tried to frame me." She pouts. It's theatrical, but effective. "I didn't try to frame you," she says. "I was protecting us. I had to have a backup plan in case things went wrong. Graves was dangerous. You know that. You planted a journal in my car." "Insurance," she says. She shrugs, the strap of her dress slipping slightly. "I would never have used it, unless you turned on me." She steps closer. Her body brushes against mine. I can feel the heat radiating off her. "But you didn't turn on me," she whispers. "You saved me. Again." "I saved myself," I say. "I found the receipt." "You're smart," she says. She sounds admiring. "I like smart men." Tom was blunt, a hammer. You're a scalpel. She puts her hands on my chest. I can feel her palms burning through the thin fabric of my shirt. Where is it? She asks. The receipt. The footage. Safe, I say. Give it to me, Mark. She leans in. Her lips are inches from mine. Her breath is sweet. Give it to me, and we can forget all this unpleasantness. We can celebrate. I look at her mouth. I want to kiss her. I want to taste the lies on her tongue. But I'm the night shift. I don't give away the inventory for free. I grab her wrists. I pull her hands off my chest. Not yet, I say. I back her up. I walk her backward until she hits the counter. I lift her up. I sit her on the stainless steel surface, right next to the pill-counting trays. Her dress rides up. Her legs are bare, pale, smooth, sexy. I stand between her knees. You think you can play me, I say softly. You think because I'm a pharmacist, I'm weak. You think because I take pills, I'm messy. I lean in, invading her space. But I'm the one who killed him, Elena. Not you, not Mike, me. Her breath hitches, her pupils dilate. Is she scared or is she aroused? I know, she whispers. That's why I'm here. You're here because I have leverage, I say. You're here because you're scared I'm going to burn your world down. Maybe, she says. She tilts her head back, exposing the long white line of her throat. Or maybe I'm here because I want to thank the man who set me free. She wraps her legs around my waist. The friction is electric. The hydrocodone usually numbs me, delays the reaction, but tonight, the adrenaline is cutting right through it. I feel everything. The silk of her dress, the heat of her thighs, the sharp dig of her heels into my back. I need her. I want to take her. Right here on the counter, surrounded by the amoxicillin and the lisinopril. I want to mark her. I want to erase Mike Miller's fingerprints from her skin. But I need to know. Mike, I say. The cop. She tenses. Just for a second. What about him? He was in the house this morning, I say. I saw him. Her eyes widen. You were there? I was in the closet, I say. I saw him raid the medicine cabinet. I saw him take the pills I planted. She laughs, a short, breathless sound. He was cleaning up, she says. He was helping. He's your lover. She looks at me. She doesn't deny it. He was a distraction, she says. He was useful. He had access to Tom's schedule. He helped me get the antifreeze. And now? She runs her hands through my hair. She pulls my face down to hers. Now he's a liability, she whispers against my lips. He's panic-stricken. He wants to turn himself in. He wants to cut a deal. She kisses the corner of my mouth. He's weak, Mark. Not like you. You're going to burn him too, I realize. I'm a survivor, she says. I do what I have to do. She kisses me, hard, her tongue in my mouth. She tastes like peppermint and red wine. Her tongue is aggressive, demanding. I kiss her back. I can't help it. It's a biological imperative. My hands find her waist. I grip her hips. I pull her closer, grinding against her. She moans. It sounds real. Mark, she gasps. Please. She reaches for my belt. I stop her hand. Wait, I say. I pull back. I'm breathing hard. My heart is hammering a frantic rhythm against my ribs. We have to celebrate first, I say. I turn away from her. I walk to the back counter. I pick up the beaker of wine. I pour it into the 2 plastic cups. I keep my back to her. I reach into my pocket. I pull out the vial of digoxin. No, that's for later. I pull out a different vial. Ambien, Zolpidem 10 milligrams. I crushed 2 of them earlier. Just 2. Not enough to kill. Just enough to relax, to make someone suggestible, to make them forget. I pour the white powder into one of the cups. I swirl it. It dissolves instantly in the dark liquid. I pick up the cups. I turn around. Elena is still sitting on the counter. She is watching me. Her expression is unreadable. Predatory? Expectant? I walk back to her. I hand her the cup. The drugged one. To freedom, I say. She takes the cup. She looks at the liquid. Wine? She asks. Classy. Best I could do at 3 a.m. She smiles. She lifts the cup. To the night shift, she says. She tilts her head back and drinks. I watch the dark red liquid disappear between her painted lips. I watch the muscles in her long, pale throat work as she swallows. She lowers the cup. A single drop of wine stains her lower lip. She licks it off, her eyes locked on mine. "Your turn," she whispers. I lift my cup. The smell of the cheap Cabernet is overpowering, masking the metallic tang of the adrenaline flooding my system. I bring it to my lips. I tilt the cup. I pretend to drink. I let the liquid touch my lips, but I don't swallow. I hold it there, then lower the cup. "Delicious," I lie. She smiles. It's a slow, languid smile. The Ambien I crushed into her cup is fast-acting, but not that fast. This isn't the drug yet. This is just her. This is the Black Widow spinning her web. I step between her knees again. She wraps her legs around my waist. The friction of the silk dress against my scrubs is electric. She pulls me closer, her heels digging into the small of my back. My heart is pounding. "You saved me, Mark," she murmurs. She runs her hands up my chest, unbuttoning my shirt with practiced dexterity. Her fingers are cool, deft. "You have no idea how long I've waited for a man who could actually finish things." "I finish things," I say. My voice is a low growl. The hydrocodone is humming, making me feel heavy and invincible. "Show me," she breathes. She kisses me. It's not a tentative kiss. It's a collision. She tastes of wine and peppermint and deceit. She kisses like she's trying to consume me, to pull the air out of my lungs so I can't think, can't breathe, can't see the trap closing around me. I kiss her back. I grind against her. She feels so good. I want her. God help me, even knowing what she is. I want her. The danger makes it sharper. The knowledge that she is plotting my destruction while her tongue is in my mouth makes the lust agonizingly specific. I grip her hips. I slide my hands up her sides, feeling the warmth of her skin through the thin black fabric. "Elena," I whisper against her neck. "Yes?" "You didn't come here to pay a debt." She freezes, just for a heartbeat. Then she relaxes, arching her back as I kiss the sensitive spot under her ear. "Of course I did," she sighs. "I'm all yours." "No," I say. I pull back just enough to look her in the eyes. They are glassy, beautiful, and full of lies. "You came here to stall." Her smile falters. "What are you talking about?" "The text," I say. 2:55 a.m. He's biting. Get ready." Her pupils dilate. The Ambien is starting to hit now. I see the slight lag in her blink, the relaxation of her facial muscles, but the fear cuts through it. "You check my phone," she says. Her voice loses its purr. "I check everything," I say. "I'm the night shift. I notice the details." I lean in closer, trapping her against the steel counter. "Where is he, Elena? Where is Mike?" She stares at me. The seduction is evaporating, replaced by a cold, hard calculation. She realizes the patsy isn't sedated. The patsy is awake. "He's close," she whispers. A threat. "Is he?" I ask. "Is he going to burst in here and save you? Or is he going to wait until you give the signal?" I run my hand up her throat. I wrap my fingers around her neck. Not squeezing, just holding, possessing. "You thought you could play me," I say softly. "You thought you could use my addiction against me. You thought I was just a junkie in a white coat." I stroke her jaw with my thumb. "But junkies are paranoid, Elena. We see shadows everywhere. And sometimes, the shadows are real." She swallows against my hand. "Mark," she says, "listen to me. We can cut you in. The insurance money, it's $500,000. We can split it 3 ways." "I don't want the money." "Then what?" she hisses. "What do you want?" I look at her lips. I look at the pulse fluttering in her neck. "I want to know which one of us is the better liar," I say. I kiss her again. Harder this time. Angry. She responds. She fights back. She bites my lip. It's a struggle for dominance disguised as passion. Suddenly, her eyes flick to the security monitor over my shoulder. I see it too, in the reflection of her pupils. Movement in the parking lot, a shadow moving past the window. "He's here," she whispers against my mouth. The spell breaks. Crash. The glass of the front door shatters. The alarm screams. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I spin around. Mike Miller is climbing through the broken door. He's wearing a tactical vest over his hoodie. He has a gun in his hand. He isn't moving like a cop making an arrest. He's moving like a hitman. Elena shoves me. Do it, Mike, she screams. Shoot him! He's crazy! She leaps off the counter. She stumbles, the Ambien making her clumsy, and falls to her knees. He tried to rape me, she shrieks, ripping the strap of her dress. He drugged me. It's a performance, and it's terrifyingly good. Mike raises the gun. I don't have time to think. I don't have time to be the hero. I grab the beaker of wine from the counter. I hurl it at Mike. It's a desperate throw. The glass beaker hits him in the chest and shatters. Red wine explodes everywhere, blinding him for a split second. Son of a bitch, he roars, wiping his eyes. Bang! He fires blindly. The bullet hits a bottle of cough syrup on the shelf next to my head. Glass and sticky red liquid spray over me. I drop to the floor. I scramble on my hands and knees. I'm going to kill you, Mike yells. He's charging down the aisle. I crawl toward the back, toward the manager's office. I need a weapon. I reach into my pocket. I have the digoxin, I have the receipt, and I have the insulin. I grabbed a box of syringes earlier. I loaded one with 100 units of Humalog. It's in my pocket, uncapped, waiting. It's a small needle. I have to get close. I dive into the office. I kick the door shut. It won't lock. The mechanism is flimsy. I hear Mike hit the door. Thud. Open up, Mark! It's over! I back into the corner. I crouch in the shadows. I hold the syringe in my fist like a dagger. The door flies open. Mike steps in. He is huge. He fills the doorway. The wine is dripping off his tactical vest like blood. His gun is leveled at the room. He scans the darkness. Come out, he says. Make it easy on yourself. Resisting arrest just adds to the paperwork. He takes a step inside and he doesn't see me. I'm low. I'm behind the filing cabinet. I wait. The hydrocodone slows time down. I see the dust motes floating in the beam of his flashlight. I hear the intake of his breath. He takes another step. Now, I spring. I launch myself at his legs. I tackle him. We go down hard. The gun skitters across the floor. He is strong. He smells of sweat, gun oil, and cheap cologne. He grunts, driving an elbow into my back. Get off me! He flips me over. He pins me. His hands go to my throat. He squeezes. I see stars. My vision tunnels. I flail my right arm. The syringe is still in my hand. I bring it down. I stab him in the neck. I push the plunger. All of it. He freezes. His eyes bulge. What? He slaps his hand to his neck. He pulls the syringe out. He stares at it. Insulin, I gasp. He looks at me. The realization hits him. Hypoglycemic shock. It's coming. He tries to stand up. He staggers. Elena, he yells. Elena! He stumbles out of the office, crashing into the doorframe. I crawl to the gun. I pick it up. It's heavy, cold. I stand up. I sway. I walk out into the pharmacy. Mike is on the floor. He's twitching. The sugar in his blood is plummeting. His brain is starving. Elena is standing over him. She looks furious. Get up, you idiot, she screams. Finish him. Mike groans. Elena looks up. She sees me. She sees the gun. She stops screaming. The silence of the pharmacy returns, heavy and suffocating. Mark, she whispers. She takes a step back. Her heel slips in the spilled wine. Stay away from me, she says. I raise the gun. You wanted a killer, Elena, I say. You wanted someone to finish things. I aim at her chest. Be careful what you wish for, babe. Chapter 11. The Robbery. The sirens are close now. They are a physical pressure in the air, a wailing wall of sound that vibrates against the shattered glass of the storefront. I stand over Elena. The gun in my hand feels heavy, a cold, dead weight. She is staring at the barrel. Her chest is heaving. The seduction, the arrogance, the Black Widow persona. It's all stripped away. All that's left is biological fear. Please, she whispers. I could pull the trigger. It would be easy. A twitch of the finger, a flash, a noise, and the problem of Elena Graves would be solved permanently. I could claim she lunged at me. I could claim I feared for my life. But dead bodies generate too much paperwork, and dead women become martyrs. I don't want her to be a martyr. I want her to be a warning. Get on the floor, I command. What? Get on the floor next to him. I gesture with the gun toward Mike Miller, who is currently writhing on the linoleum, clutching his neck. The insulin is hitting him hard now. His eyes are rolling back. He's starting to foam slightly at the corners of his mouth. Hypoglycemic seizure. Elena hesitates. Now, I roar. She drops. She scrambles onto her hands and knees, crawling over the shards of the wine beaker until she is next to her lover. She looks at him with revulsion. He isn't the strong protector anymore. He's a liability. I look at the scene. Broken glass, spilled wine that looks like blood, a dirty cop down, a woman in a torn dress, and me, the pharmacist. I need to set the stage. I take a handkerchief from my pocket. I always carry one, a habit from my grandfather, and I wipe the gun. I wipe the grip, the trigger, the barrel. Then I crouch down. I press the gun into Mike's twitching hand. I wrap his fingers around it. Hold on to that, Mike, I whisper. You're going to need it. I stand up. I look at the counter. The beaker of wine is gone, smashed. The cups are there. I swipe them into the trash. I look at the computer. I have 30 seconds, maybe less. I log in. My fingers fly across the keyboard. Inventory adjustment. Hydrocodone 10/325. Adjustment, -4. Reason, robbery/break-in. I balance the books. If they check the inventory later, the missing pills, the ones currently dissolving in my stomach, will be accounted for. Stolen by the intruders. I hear tires screeching in the parking lot. Doors slamming. Police! We're coming in! I look at Elena. You're the victim? She hisses. You're insane. I'm not the victim, I say calmly. I'm the witness. I grab a bottle of betadine from the shelf. I unscrew the cap. I pour a splash over my arm, mixing it with the scrapes from the window well. It looks horrific, like a gaping wound. Then I lie down. I lie down behind the counter, curled into a defensive ball. I kick my legs out, knocking over a display of chapstick. Make it look messy. Make it look like a struggle. I close my eyes. Police! Show me hands! They swarm through the broken door. I hear boots crunching on glass. I hear the aggressive, barked commands of men with adrenaline poisoning. Subject down! We have a subject down! Drop the weapon. Drop it. They are screaming at Mike. He can't drop it. His muscles are locked in a seizure. Taser! Taser! Pop, hiss. The electric rattle of the discharge. Mike's body arches off the floor. A guttural groan rips from his throat. Then he goes limp. Secure him! Cuff him! Ma'am, get your hands on your head. Do it now. I hear Elena sobbing. He's crazy. He drugged him. Help us. She's good. She pivoted instantly. Now she's the victim again. Clear left, clear right. Footsteps thunder toward the pharmacy. Officer down, someone yells. They see Mike's vest. They realize he's one of them. Man down! Get a medic! A flashlight beam hits my face. It burns through my eyelids. I got a civilian back here, a voice shouts. White male. Bleeding. I open my eyes. I squint against the light. A cop is standing over me. He looks terrified. Don't move, buddy, he says. Let me see your hands. I raise my hands slowly. They are shaking. The hydrocodone keeps the core calm, but the extremities can still perform the tremors of shock. I'm the pharmacist, I croak. Mark, I work here. Okay, Mark, you're safe. Did they shoot you? No, I whisper. He tried. The gun jammed. Or he missed. I don't know. He hit me. I think he broke my shoulder. Stay down. Medics are coming. They handcuff Elena. She screams the whole time. He invited us here. He lured us. Check his phone. Check the messages. I lie there and listen. Let her scream. Let her accuse. The more she talks, the more desperate she sounds. She's a woman in a cocktail dress at 3 a.m. in a pharmacy with a masked gunman. There is no narrative where she comes out looking clean. The paramedics arrive. It's a flurry of activity. They load Mike onto a stretcher. They check his blood sugar. Glucose is 20, a medic yells. He's crashing. Push D50. Insulin overdose? Another medic asks. Looks like it. Check for needle marks. They find the puncture in his neck. Assault with a deadly weapon, the cop mutters. They come for me next. Sir, can you sit up? I let them help me. I groan appropriately when they touch my shoulder. We're going to take you to St. Jude's, the medic says. Okay, I say. Just get me out of here. They walk me past Elena. She is sitting on the floor, cuffed behind her back. Her mascara is running. She looks like a broken doll. She looks up at me. You won, she whispers. I don't look at her. I look straight ahead. I walk out into the night. St. Jude's emergency room is a familiar hell. I've spent half my career calling down here to yell at residents about interactions. Now I'm the patient. They put me in Bay 4. They x-ray my shoulder. No fracture, just a severe dislocation and bruising. They pop it back in. The pain is blinding, white hot, cutting through the opioid haze for a second before fading back into a dull throb. I lie on the gurney. I stare at the ceiling tiles. I count the perforations. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Miller? The curtain sweeps back. It's Detective Miller. He looks exhausted. His tie is undone. He has a coffee stain on his shirt. He pulls up a stool and sits down. He sighs. You have a hell of a way of running a pharmacy, Mark. I try to keep it exciting, I say. My voice is raspy. You succeeded. He takes a notepad out of his pocket. So, he says, let's walk through it. Officer Mike Miller, who is going to be facing a lot of questions if he wakes up from his coma, breaks into your store. Yes. With Elena Graves. Yes. Why? Drugs, I say. Oxycodone, Percocet. Mike is dirty, detective. You probably suspected it. He was looking for a score. And Elena? The bagman, I say. Or maybe the distraction. Miller studies me. His eyes are sharp, intelligent. He's not buying the simple version. Elena tells a different story, he says. She says you've been stalking her. She says you killed her husband. I don't react. I hold his gaze. She says a lot of things, I say. She's scared. She's looking for a lifeline. She says you poisoned Tom. Miller leans forward. And the funny thing is, Mark, the toxicology report came back on Tom Graves about an hour ago. My heart stutters. And? Potassium, Miller says. Massive levels. Stopped his heart cold. He watches my face for a reaction. I give him nothing. I am stone. And we found chocolate sludge in his stomach, Miller continues. Protein powder. Okay, I say. And, Miller says, dropping his voice, we found a tub of protein powder in your pharmacy tonight, in the trash can by the compounding station. I freeze. I didn't put it in the trash. I left it at the house, unless Mike brought it. Mike went to the house. He tossed the room. He took the digoxin bottle I planted. Did he take the protein powder too? Did he try to clean up the scene? If he brought it to the pharmacy? We found your prints on the tub, Mark, Miller says. My blood runs cold. Of course, my prints are on it, I say quickly. Mike brought it in. He threw it at me. I tried to catch it. He threw a tub of protein powder at you? He was taunting me, I say. He said, this is what happens to people who get in my way. He was bragging. It's weak, it's flimsy. Miller stares at me. He knows I'm lying, or at least he knows I'm omitting. It's messy, Mark, he says. Very messy. You have a motive. You seem obsessed with the wife. You have means. You're a pharmacist, and now we have a dead husband and a poisoned tub with your prints. He leans back. I could arrest you right now for homicide. But you won't, I say. Why not? Because of the pills, I say. Miller frowns. What pills? The digoxin, I say. The prescription I filled for Thomas Graves. The one found in his pocket. Miller nods slowly. He reaches into his jacket pocket. He pulls out the evidence bag, the amber vial. We tested them, Miller says. This is it. The turn. And? Sugar, Miller says. Placebos. He looks at the bottle, then at me. Why, Mark? Why did you fill a heart prescription with sugar? Because I knew, I say. You knew what? I knew she was trying to kill him. I sit up. I wince as my shoulder protests. She came to me, I say. She passed me a note. Help me. She asked for poison. She wanted me to tamper with the digoxin. Miller's eyes widen slightly. I didn't want to help her kill him, I say, but I didn't want to leave him with nothing either. And I was afraid if I gave her the real pills, she would poison them herself. She would crush something into them. I point at the bottle. So I swapped them. I gave him sugar. I neutralized the weapon. I lean back. I tried to save him, detective. I tried to take the gun out of her hand. I didn't know she had a backup plan. I didn't know about the protein powder. Miller looks at the bottle. He looks at the report in his hand. If you gave him sugar, Miller says, thinking it through, then the pills didn't kill him. Exactly. And if the pills didn't kill him, then you didn't poison him. Exactly. But the potassium... Elena made the shake, I say. She admitted it to me tonight, before Mike broke in. She said she put antifreeze in it first, but it wasn't working fast enough. So she switched to potassium. Antifreeze? Miller asks. Check her credit card, I say. Or Mike's, AutoZone, 3 weeks ago. I remember the receipt. I have the digital copy. Actually, I say, check your email. My email? I sent a file to the precinct tip line, I lie. Earlier tonight, a scan of a receipt. I found it in... Well, I found it. Miller pulls out his phone. He checks his messages. He scrolls. He stops. I'll be damned, he mutters. He looks up at me. The suspicion is still there, but the anger is gone. He's seeing the new picture. So, Miller says, Elena and Mike conspired to kill Tom Graves. They tried antifreeze. It failed. They used potassium. It worked. They tried to frame you with the digoxin, but you outsmarted them. I did my job, I say. I caught the error. Miller shakes his head. You're a dangerous man, Mark. I'm a pharmacist. Same thing, he says. He stands up. We're going to hold Elena. We have enough for conspiracy and attempted murder on you. If Mike wakes up, we'll get him too. He puts the evidence bag away. You're free to go, Mark, for now. He walks to the curtain. He stops. But Mark. Yes? The medical board, he says. They don't like pharmacists who dispense placebos without authorization. Even if it saves a life, it's unethical. I know, I say. You're going to lose your license. I know. Was she worth it? Miller asks. I think about Elena. I think about the taste of her mouth, her slim, sexy body, her smell. I think about the way she looked at me when I held the gun. No, I say, but winning was. Don't leave town, Mark. Miller walks out. I am alone. I sit on the edge of the gurney. I won. I check my pockets. Chapter 12. The Interrogation. The interrogation room at the police precinct is designed to be uncomfortable. The chair is hard plastic, bolted to the floor. The table is scratched metal. The air conditioning is set to Arctic. It's meant to make you crack, to make you shiver and fidget and confess just to get a blanket. I'm not shivering. I'm not fidgeting. I'm leaning back, my injured arm in a sling they gave me at the ER, my good hand resting on the table. I feel remarkably calm. Detective Miller is sitting opposite me. He has a file open in front of him. He looks like he's been awake for 3 days straight. Let's go over it one more time, he says. I've told you everything, I say. Tell me again. I sigh. It's a performance. The weary, traumatized victim just trying to cooperate. I was closing up, I say. About 3 a.m. I heard glass breaking. I saw a man climbing through the front door. Mike Miller. I didn't know his name then, I lie. He had a gun. He was wearing a mask. Well, a tactical hood. He yelled at me to open the safe. The narcotic safe? Yes, he wanted oxycodone, Percocet, the good stuff. And the woman? Elena, I say. She came in behind him. She was... pleading with him, telling him to stop, saying he was crazy. Miller taps his pen on the table. Elena Graves claims she was there because you invited her, he says. She claims you told her you had evidence about her husband's death. She's lying, I say simply. Why would I invite a grieving widow to my pharmacy at 3 a.m. to confess to a murder I didn't commit? She says you were obsessed with her. I laugh. It's a dry, humorless sound. Obsessed? I filled 2 prescriptions for her husband. I barely knew her. We found text messages on her phone, Miller says, from a burner number, arranging the meeting. And we traced the burner, Miller says. He flips a page in the file. It was purchased at your store 2 weeks ago. My heart gives a little thump. By who? I ask. Miller looks at me. By Mike Miller. I let out a breath. The security footage. The footage I emailed to myself. The footage I anonymously sent to the tip line. It worked. So her boyfriend bought the phone used to lure her there, I say. Sounds like a setup to me, detective. Sounds like he was trying to frame me. Miller rubs his eyes. It's messy, Mark. But the pieces are starting to fit. Mike Miller's financials are a disaster. Gambling debts. He needed a score. He thought he could hit the pharmacy, grab the drugs, and pin it on the weird night guy. And Elena? She was the inside man, Miller says. She probably told him about the security flaws, about the shift change. He closes the file. We have enough to hold them both. Mike is still in a coma, but if he wakes up, he's facing 20 years. Elena is looking at conspiracy and accessory to burglary. And the husband, I ask. Tom? Miller sighs. The potassium is tricky. We know it killed him. We know the protein powder was spiked. But proving who put it there... He looks at me. Elena's fingerprints are on the tub. Mike's are on the tub. Yours are on the tub. I told you, I say. He threw it at me. Yeah, you told me. Miller stands up. You're free to go, Mark. For now. Don't leave town. I don't have a car, I say. It's still in the lot. We towed it. Evidence. You can pick it up at the impound in a few days. Great. I'll walk, I say. I stand up. My shoulder throbs. I walk out of the interrogation room. I walk through the bullpen. Cops are drinking coffee, typing reports. No one looks at me. I walk out the front door of the precinct. It's morning. Bright, blinding morning. I stand on the sidewalk. I have no job, no car, no license. Soon. But I'm free. I start walking. I don't know where I'm going. I just need to move. I walk for blocks. I watch the city wake up. Garbage trucks, school buses, people rushing to jobs they hate. I feel empty. The adrenaline is gone. The hydrocodone is gone. The withdrawal is back. It's subtle at first. A runny nose, a yawn that won't stop, a deep, aching cold in my bones. I need a fix, but I can't go back to the pharmacy. Brenda knows. She reported me. My access is revoked. I check my pockets, my wallet, my keys. The morphine syringe I stole from the ER. It's empty. I used it hours ago. I am out. Panic starts to rise, a black tide. I need pills. I look around. I see a sign down the street. Urgent care. I could go in. I could fake a back injury. I could say I fell. But they'll check the database. The PDMP, Prescription Drug Monitoring Program. They'll see my history. They might see a flag on my license. Too risky. I keep walking. I pass a park. There's a guy sitting on a bench, hoodie up, shuffling his feet. He looks like the kid from Chapter 1, The Seeker. I stop. I walk over to him. Hey, I say. He looks up. His eyes are red, watery. He's sick, just like me. What do you want? He mutters. You holding? I ask. He looks me up and down. He sees the white coat. I'm still wearing it over my street clothes. He sees the sling. You a cop? I'm a pharmacist, I say. He laughs. Right? And I'm the Pope. I have money, I say. I pull out my wallet. I have the cash Elena gave me for the Mucinex and a few 20s. What do you need? He asks. Oxy, hydro, whatever you got. He looks around. He reaches into his sock. He pulls out a baggie. Perk 30s, he whispers. Fentanyl pressed. Strong stuff. Street pills, counterfeit, dangerous. I look at them. Blue, round, stamped M30. They aren't pharmaceutical grade. They are Russian roulette in pill form. How much? 40 a pop. I'll take 2. I hand him $80. He drops 2 pills into my hand. I walk away. I find a public restroom in a gas station. I lock the door. I look at the pills. I know what these are. I know the risk. Fentanyl hotspots. 1 pill can kill you. I don't care. I crush one on the sink. I snort the blue powder. It hits fast. Harder than the hydrocodone. A sledgehammer to the brain. The pain stops. The cold stops. I lean back against the graffiti-covered wall. I slide down to the floor. I close my eyes. I see Elena. I see her in the interrogation room. I see her screaming. She lost. I won. But what did I win? I'm sitting on the floor of a gas station bathroom, snorting street drugs, with a broken shoulder and a ruined career. I laugh. It's a wet, choking sound. It was worth it. For a few days, for a few glorious nights. I wasn't just a pharmacist. I wasn't just a pill counter. I was a player. I was a god. I saved the girl. Sort of. I killed the bad guy, and I got away with it. Someone knocks on the door. Hey, you in there forever? I stand up. I brush the blue dust off my shirt. I look in the mirror. My eyes are pinned. My skin is gray. I look like the seeker. I smile. Just finishing up, I call out. I unlock the door. I walk out into the light. I have 1 pill left in my pocket. That's enough for the afternoon. And tonight I'll find a new pharmacy, a new town, a new night shift. Because the world is full of mistakes and someone has to fix them. Chapter 13. The Return. 3 months later. They say you can't run from your problems. They're wrong. You absolutely can run. You just have to be willing to leave your name, your license, and your dignity behind. I'm not Mark Miller anymore. Mark Miller is a disgraced pharmacist who lost his license for administrative irregularities and vanished from the state of Ohio. Mark Miller is a cautionary tale told to pharmacy students during their ethics rotation. My name is Paul. Just Paul. I bought a social security number from a guy behind a dumpster in Toledo for $500. It belongs to a dead man named Paul Krendler, who died in 1998. I work at Discount RX in Detroit now. It's not a nice pharmacy. It's a pill mill masquerading as a community health center. The bulletproof glass here isn't for show. It's pitted with deep scratches from knives and screwdrivers. There is a bullet hole in the ceiling near the Xanax shelf that nobody bothered to patch. The customers aren't housewives looking for Mucinex. They are ghosts looking for fentanyl. They are shufflers. They are skin and bone and hunger. The owner, a sweaty, anxious man named Sal, doesn't ask questions about my background. He just likes that I work the graveyard shift for minimum wage and cash under the table. He likes that I don't flinch when the local gang members come in to collect their prescriptions written by doctors who operate out of strip malls. I count the pills. I hand them over. I keep my head down and I feed the beast. My tolerance is gone, or rather, my control is gone. In the old days at the old job, I was a connoisseur. I took hydrocodone to stay sharp, to be God, to be the spell check. Now, I take it to stop the shaking. I'm up to 80 milligrams a day. That's 8 pills, sometimes 10. I skim them from the inventory. Sal doesn't notice, or if he does, he doesn't care, as long as the cash register balances and the cops stay away. I am a ghost haunting a graveyard of drugs. It's 3 a.m. Tuesday. It's raining in Detroit. A cold, miserable sleet that freezes on the pavement, turning the parking lot into a black ice rink. The neon sign out front buzzes angrily. Disc.nt.x. I am standing behind the glass. I am vibrating. I took my last pill at midnight. I need another one. The sickness is scratching at the back of my throat, but the bottle in my pocket is empty. I need to skim. I wait for the store to empty out. There's a junkie in aisle 4 trying to steal cough syrup, shoving bottles down his pants. The security guard, a heavy-set guy named Earl, is asleep in the corner, snoring softly. Finally, the junkie leaves, the bottles clanking against his legs. Earl snorts and shifts in his chair. I walk to the back. I open the safe. Right 10, left 30, right 5. It clicks open. I reach for the Norco. The big bottle. 10 over 325. My hand freezes. Something is sitting on top of the Norco bottle. It's a piece of paper, a note, folded into a sharp square. My heart stutters. I didn't put that there. Sal didn't put that there. Sal doesn't leave notes. He leaves grease stains and shouted voicemails. I pick it up. My fingers are trembling. I unfold it. It's written in blue ink. The handwriting is jagged. Familiar. I know what you did. I stare at the words. The letters seem to swim on the page. I know what you did. Who? Elena is in jail. Denied bail. Awaiting trial for conspiracy and attempted murder. I saw it on the news. She cried in court. She looked beautiful. Mike is in a long-term care facility. Brain damage from the hypoglycemia. He's a vegetable. He's staring at a wall, drooling into a cup. He's not writing notes. Detective Miller? He closed the case. He thinks I'm a hero or a lucky idiot. He thinks I'm gone. So who? I look around the pharmacy. The shelves are high. The shadows are deep. The dust is thick. Is someone watching me? I look at the security camera. It's a dummy camera. Sal is too cheap for real surveillance. The red light isn't even blinking. I crumple the note. It has to be Sal. Maybe he knows I'm stealing. Maybe this is his twisted way of messing with me, trying to scare me straight. But Sal isn't subtle. If Sal knew, he'd break my legs or fire me. He wouldn't play mind games. I grab the Norco bottle. I shake out 4 pills. I swallow them all at once. I need the chemistry. I need the armor. I can't deal with cryptic notes while I'm withdrawing. I lock the safe. I go back to the counter. Ding. The door chime. I jump. I drop the crumpled note into the trash can. A customer walks in. He's wearing a heavy winter coat, oversized and stained with salt. A scarf is wrapped around his face, covering his nose and mouth. A beanie is pulled low over his forehead. I can't see his features. Just eyes. Dark, flat eyes. He walks to the counter. He moves with a purpose. He's not shuffling like the usual clientele. He puts a prescription on the metal tray. Picking up, he rasps. His voice is muffled by the scarf. It sounds wet. I pick up the paper. It's a standard script pad. Stolen, probably. I look at the name. Patient, Elena Graves. The room spins. The floor tilts under my feet. I have to grip the counter to keep from falling. I look at the drug. RX, potassium chloride. Sig, 1 scoop daily until dead. I stare at the paper. The words burn into my retinas. 1 scoop daily until dead. It's not a prescription. It's a message. I look up. The man is watching me. His eyes are crinkled at the corners. He's smiling beneath the scarf. Who are you? I whisper. My voice is gone. He reaches up. He pulls down the scarf. It's not Mike. It's not Sal. It's not a ghost. It's a stranger. A kid, really. Maybe 20. Acne scars. Bad teeth. He looks like he's been awake for 3 days. Just a messenger, man, he says. He grins, revealing a chipped front tooth. Guy outside gave me $20 to hand you that paper. What guy? I shout. Where? Outside, in the car. Said you'd know what it means. I run. I run out from behind the counter. I unlock the security door with a frantic fumble of keys. I burst into the main store. Hey, Sal yells, waking up, his hand going to his belt. Paul, where are you going? I ignore him. I run out the automatic doors into the freezing sleet. The cold hits me like a slap. The wind cuts through my thin white coat. I scan the parking lot. It's empty, desolate. Just a few rusty sedans belonging to the staff, a delivery truck near the dumpster. Then I see it, at the far end of the lot near the exit onto the highway. A black Ford F-150. It's idling. The exhaust puffs thick white clouds into the red glow of the taillights. It looks exactly like Graves's truck. But Graves is dead. I killed him. I saw the autopsy report. Potassium. Heart stopped. Buried 2 months ago. I read his obituary. Beloved husband. Dedicated officer. The truck shifts into gear. It pulls away slowly. It doesn't speed. It creeps. It drives past me. The windows are tinted, dark, limo black. I can't see the driver, but as it passes, the brake lights flash 3 times. Tap, 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 like a heartbeat or a signal. I stand in the sleet, shivering. The water soaks through my shoes, freezing my toes. He's not dead. That's the only explanation. He didn't die. But how? Miller said the toxicology confirmed it. The funeral happened. There is a grave in Ohio with his name on it. Unless Miller lied, unless it was a setup from the beginning, not just by Elena and Mike, but by everyone. The big con, the placebo effect defense I used. Miller bought it too easily. He let me go too easily. Did they play me? Did I walk into a trap that was bigger than I ever imagined? I turn and run back inside. I'm wet. I'm shaking. The hydrocodone hasn't kicked in yet. The panic is raw. I go to the counter. I grab the fake prescription. 1 scoop daily until dead. It's a threat. Specific. Personal. And it means one thing. The game isn't over. I thought I was the player. I thought I was the god of the night shift. I thought I wrote the ending. But I was just a pawn in someone else's chapter. And now the king is back on the board. I grab my keys. I grab the bottle of Norco from the safe. The whole bottle this time. I stuff it into my pocket. I'm leaving Detroit. I have cash stashed in my apartment. I have another fake ID I haven't used yet. I can go to Canada. I can disappear. But as I run to the back door, my phone buzzes. It's a text from an unknown number. Don't run, Mark. You'll just die tired. I stop. P.S. I like what you've done with your hair. Black suits you. I touch my hair. I dyed it black when I moved here. Cheap box dye in a motel sink. He's watching me right now. He's not just sending messages. He has eyes on me. I look at the windows. Black squares of night. If I run, he hunts me. He knows my car. He knows my alias. He knows my routine. If I stay, he kills me. There is only one option. I have to go back. I have to go back to Ohio, to the scene of the crime. I have to find out who is buried in Thomas Graves' grave. And if it's empty, I have to fill it, I type a reply. My thumbs are slippery with rain and sweat. Who are you? The bubble appears. 3 dots. I'm the one who survived. I stare at the screen. It's him. It's Thomas Graves. The ox. The brute. The monster. He survived the potassium. He survived the conspiracy. And now he's coming for the man who tried to kill him. I feel a strange sensation in my chest. It's not fear. Not entirely. It's excitement. For 3 months, I've been bored. I've been rotting in this pill mill, counting generics for junkies, waiting to die of an overdose or boredom. But now I have a worthy opponent. I take the bottle of Norco out of my pocket. I swallow 2 more pills. 6 total. The warmth hits. The clarity returns. I am not Paul Krendler. I am not a victim. I am Mark Miller. I am the night shift. And if Thomas Graves wants a rematch, I'm going to give him one he'll never forget. I walk out the back door. I get in my car. I turn the key. Next stop, Elm Street. Chapter 14, Return from the Dead. The drive from Detroit to Ohio is a straight shot down a 75. It's a corridor of gray concrete, gray sky, and gray industrial wasteland. It's the perfect landscape for a ghost. I am driving a 2008 Toyota Corolla with a rusted wheel well and a heater that smells like burning hair. I bought it for $800 in cash from a guy named Spider who hangs out behind Discount RX. It's a burner car for a burner life. I check the rearview mirror. A red semi-truck has been behind me for 20 miles. Is he following me, or is he just hauling freight? I can't tell. My brain is misfiring. I took 4 Norco before I left Detroit. That was 3 hours ago. The warmth is fading, replaced by the familiar creeping cold of the crash. My hands are starting to sweat against the steering wheel. My lower back aches. I need to redose. I reach into the passenger seat. The bottle is there. The stolen inventory from Sal's safe. I pop the cap with one hand. I shake 2 pills into my palm. I throw them back. I dry swallow. I don't have any water. The pills scrape against my throat, a dry, chalky friction that makes me gag. I swallow hard, forcing them down. 20 minutes, I tell myself. Just hold on for 20 minutes. I look at the GPS on my phone. Destination, Holy Cross Cemetery. 42 miles. I'm going back to the source. If Thomas Graves is alive, there is only one way to prove it. I have to look inside the box. The text message burns in my memory. I like what you've done with your hair. He saw me. He was in Detroit. He was watching me rot in that pill mill. Why? If he survived the potassium, if he survived the conspiracy, why didn't he arrest me? Why didn't he kill me then? Because he's playing. Thomas Graves is a cat. I am the mouse. And he likes to watch the mouse run before he snaps its neck. But he forgot one thing. I'm not a mouse. I'm a pharmacist. I know how to change the chemistry of a situation. I press the gas pedal. The Corolla shudders, protesting, but it speeds up. I cross the state line. The sign says, "Welcome to Ohio, the heart of it all." It feels like crossing into a war zone. I take the exit from my old town. It looks the same. The same strip malls, the same gas stations, the same depressing familiarity. I drive past my old pharmacy. It's under new management. The sign has changed. CVS Pharmacy. I wonder if Brenda is still there. I wonder if she tells the new night shift guy about Mark, the addict who stole the inventory and vanished. I wonder if I'm a legend or a warning label. Probably a warning label. I drive past the police station. The flag is at half-mast. For who? Graves? No, he died 3 months ago. The mourning period for a dirty cop is usually shorter than that. Maybe for Mike Miller. Did he finally die in that long-term care facility? Did his brain finally shut down? I don't care. I drive to the cemetery. Holy Cross is a sprawling expanse of green hills and marble stones. It's where the respectable dead go to rot. I park the car on a side street 2 blocks away. I can't risk being seen. It's late afternoon. The sun is setting, casting long, bruised shadows across the grass. The gates will close soon. I need to wait for darkness. I recline the seat. I pull my beanie down low. I watch the entrance. A hearse drives out. A few mourners in black cars. Then silence. I wait. The darkness comes slowly, like a stain spreading across a fabric. The streetlights flicker on. I check my supplies, and I have a flashlight, I have gloves, and I have a shovel. I bought it at a hardware store in Toledo, a heavy-duty spade with a fiberglass handle. It's sitting in the back seat, wrapped in a blanket. I take another Norco, just one, a booster. I get out of the car, I grab the shovel. I keep it close to my leg, trying to look like a municipal worker or a very lost gardener. I walk to the fence. It's wrought iron, 6 feet high, spikes on top. I find a spot where a tree branch hangs low over the metal. I toss the shovel over. It lands with a soft thud on the grass. I grab the branch. I pull myself up. My shoulder, the one Mike dislocated, gives a twinge of protest, a sharp, hot reminder of the night my life ended. I ignore it. I swing over the spikes. I drop. I land in the graveyard. It smells of damp earth and decaying flowers. It smells like peace. I check the map on my phone. I looked up the plot number online. Section 4, row 12, plot 8. I start walking. I keep to the shadows of the mausoleums. I avoid the paved paths. I find section 4. I count the rows. Row 10, row 11, row 12. I walk down the line of headstones. Smith, Johnson, Kowalski, and there it is, a shiny black granite headstone, polished to a mirror finish. Thomas Graves, 1978 to 2023. Beloved husband, devoted officer, protect and serve. I stare at the inscription. Beloved husband. That's a joke. Elena probably picked it out while trying to suppress a giggle. Devoted officer, devoted to what? Abuse? Corruption? I look at the ground. The grass is new, sod. It hasn't quite knit together with the surrounding earth yet. The outline of the grave is still visible, a rectangle of a slightly different shade of green. He's down there. Or he's not. There is only one way to find out. I put on my gloves, I grab the shovel, I drive the spade into the earth. Thunk. The sound is loud in the silence. I freeze, I look around. Nothing. Just the wind in the trees. I dig. It's hard work. The soil is heavy, compacted clay. I get into a rhythm. Dig, lift, toss. My breathing gets heavy. Sweat drips into my eyes. Hydrocodone usually dulls physical exertion and keeps lactic acid from burning. But this is different. This is primal. I dig for an hour. I'm waist deep. The pile of dirt next to me is growing. I take a break. I sit on the edge of the hole, panting. I take the pill bottle out of my pocket. I shake two more into my mouth. I need the energy. I need to finish this. I jump back in. 2 hours, I'm shoulder deep. It's dark down here. The smell of the earth is overwhelming. It smells like time. Clunk. The shovel hits something hard, hollow. Wood or metal. I clear the dirt away with my hands. I shine the flashlight. It's concrete. The burial vault. I need to open the lid. I use the shovel to clear the edges. There's a seam. I jam the shovel's blade into the seam. I use it as a lever. Concrete lids are heavy, hundreds of pounds. I can't lift it. But I don't need to lift the whole thing. I just need to shift it, just enough to see inside, or enough to access the casket lid. I heave. I grunt. My shoulder screams, "Move, you son of a bitch!" The lid scrapes, concrete on concrete, a sound like bones grinding. It moves an inch, and then two. It's enough. I shine the light into the gap. I see the casket. It's expensive. Mahogany, brass handles. Elena spent the insurance money well. Or maybe the police union paid for it. I reach through the gap. I can't open the casket lid from here. The vault lid is blocking it. I have to move the vault lid more. I brace my back against the dirt wall. I push the shovel handle with my feet. I strain until blood vessels pop in my eyes. Scrap! It slides. Another 6 inches. It's enough to get my arm in, enough to pry the latch of the casket. I reach down. My hand touches the polished wood. It's cold. I find the latch. I flip it. I push the lid up. It's heavy, but the hinges are good. It swings open. I shine the light inside. My heart is hammering so hard it hurts. Please be empty. Please be empty. If it's empty, I'm right. It's a conspiracy. He's alive. A man, not a ghost, is hunting me. If it's full, if Thomas Graves is lying there, rotting in his dress uniform, then who sent the text? Who was driving the truck in Detroit? Am I going crazy? Is the hydrocodone finally eating holes in my brain? I lean over the edge of the grave. I look inside. The casket is not empty. There is a figure inside, dressed in a blue police uniform, brass buttons, a peaked cap resting on the chest. But the face, I shine the light on the face. It's destroyed, gone. It looks like hamburger, smashed, pulp. There are no features, no eyes, no nose, just a mess of bone and tissue. I recoil. I almost drop the flashlight. What happened to him? The autopsy said potassium, cardiac arrest. That leaves a clean corpse. Why is his face destroyed? Did he fall? Did he hit his head when he collapsed? No. This looks like a shotgun blast or a sledgehammer. Wait, I look closer. The hands. They are folded on the chest. They are large, pale. I look at the fingers. Thomas Graves had a tattoo on his right knuckle, a small, faded cross. I saw it when he grabbed the prescription bag. I shine the light on the right hand. The skin is smooth, pale, no tattoo. I lean in further, dangling precariously over the hole. I look at the uniform. The nameplate says Graves, but the fit is wrong. The jacket is too tight across the shoulders. The sleeves are too short. This isn't Thomas Graves. This is a John Doe, a body swap. Someone took a random corpse, dressed it in Graves' uniform, smashed the face to prevent identification, and buried it. Graves is alive. The realization hits me with the force of a physical blow. He faked it. But how? The autopsy. Detective Miller said the toxicology confirmed potassium. He said they identified the body. Unless Miller is in on it. Unless the corruption goes all the way to the top. Or unless Miller didn't do the autopsy. Who signs the death certificate? The medical examiner. Who moves the body? The funeral home. There are holes in the system. I know that better than anyone. I exploit holes for a living. Graves found a hole. He used me. He used Elena. He used Mike. He let us kill him. He let us poison a protein shake. And then he swapped the body. Why? To get the insurance money? No. Elena gets the money. Unless Elena is in on it too. My head spins. Did Elena know? He drank it. He's dead. She sounded terrified. She sounded relieved. If she knew he was alive, she wouldn't have been scared. Unless she's the best actress in the world. And Mike? Mike broke into the pharmacy to steal drugs. He got shot full of insulin. He's a vegetable. Graves sacrificed his own partner. He let Mike take the fall. He let everyone take the fall. And now he's free. He's a ghost. And he's hunting me. Tap, tap, tap. A sound. Not from the grave, from above. I freeze. I look up. And then, standing at the edge of the grave, silhouetted against the night sky, is a figure. He's holding a shovel. He's big, shoulders like a mountain. The moonlight catches the side of his face, the mustache, the jaw. Thomas Graves. He's alive. He's standing 6 feet above me, and he's smiling. Hello, pharmacist, he says. His voice is deep, gravelly, the voice from the nightmares. I'm trapped. I'm standing in his grave, staring at his decoy, while the real monster stands above me holding a weapon. You figured it out, he says. I'm impressed. Most people wouldn't have dug. You're dead, I whisper. It's a stupid thing to say, but my brain is rebooting. Technically, yes, he says. Legally, yes. He leans on the shovel. It's amazing what you can do with a homeless vet and a 20-pound sledgehammer, he says, nodding at the corpse in the box. Poor guy. Didn't even feel it. OD'd on fentanyl first. I did him a favor. Why? I ask. Why? He laughs. Because of her. Elena. His face darkens. Bitch thought she could kill me. Thought she could poison my shake. He spits into the grave. It lands on the casket. I tasted the salt, you idiot, he says. Potassium chloride. Salty as hell, even in chocolate. He tasted it. He didn't drink it. So I played along, he says. I faked the drop. I let her call 911. And then, before the medics got there, I made a switch. How? I have friends, he says. Friends at the morgue. Friends who owe me favors. We swap the blood samples. We swap the bodies. Easy. He looks at me. But you were the wild card. He raises the shovel. You gave her the idea. You gave her the powder. You turned my wife against me. She hated you, I say. She was terrified of you. She was mine, he roars. The sound echoes through the cemetery. And you touched her, he says. His voice drops to a hiss. I saw the way you looked at her in the pharmacy. I saw the way you touched her hand. He steps closer to the edge. Dirt crumbles down onto my face. I'm going to bury you, Mark. Right here. On top of this, nobody. 2 for the price of 1. He lifts the shovel high. I'm trapped. The walls of the grave are 6 feet high. Slick clay. I can't climb out fast enough. I have my shovel. It's in the grave with me. But he has the high ground. Gravity is on his side. He swings. The metal spade comes down. I dodge. It hits the casket lid. Crack. Splinters fly. He pulls it back for another swing. Don't worry, he says. I'll make sure Elena joins you soon. A tragic suicide. Grief was too much for her. He grunts, swinging again. I catch the blow with my shovel. Metal clangs on metal. The vibration travels up my arms, jarring my injured shoulder. I scream in pain. Weak, he sneers. Look at you, a junkie pill pusher. You think you can fight a man? I look at him. He's right. He's stronger. He's bigger. He has the position. But I have something he doesn't. I have chemistry. I reach into my pocket. I still have the bottle of Norco. But that's not a weapon. What else? I have the flashlight. I have the keys. And I have the baggie. The baggie I used for the potassium? No, I threw that away. Wait. My other pocket. The morphine syringe? The one I stole from the ER 3 months ago? No, I used that. I'm empty. I have nothing. He swings again. The shovel blade clips my ear. Blood sprays. I fall back against the dirt wall. Any last words, Doc? He asks. I look up at him. I see the rage in his eyes, the arrogance, and I see something else. He's sweating. He's breathing hard. He's exerting himself. He has a heart condition, arrhythmia. That part was real. The prescription was real. Yeah, I say. I reach into my pocket. I pull out the empty Norco bottle. I throw it at him. It's a pathetic throw. It hits him in the chest and bounces off. He laughs. That's it? You throwing plastic at me? No, I say. I'm stalling. For what? For your heart to explode. He frowns. What? You didn't take your digoxin, I say. You haven't taken it in months. You've been hiding. Stress, anger, physical exertion. I smile. It's a bloody manic smile. Your heart rate is probably 180 right now. Your blood pressure is through the roof. He hesitates. He puts a hand to his chest. Is he feeling it? Or am I just getting in his head? The placebo effect works both ways. If you think you're sick, you get sick. I changed your prescription, I lie. Months ago, before the sugar pills. The refill before that. You're lying. Am I? I'm the pharmacist. I control the supply. I stand up straighter. I gave you a slow-acting poison, Tom. Cumulative. It builds up in the fat cells. And when your heart rate goes over 160, it releases. It's complete bullshit. Pharmacological nonsense. But he doesn't know that. He's a cop, not a chemist. He looks at his hand. It's shaking. You... He drops the shovel. He clutches his chest. My arm, he gasps. My left arm. He's having a panic attack. I've induced a psychosomatic cardiac event. He stumbles back. He loses his footing on the wet grass. He slips. He falls forward. He falls into the grave. He screams as he comes down, a flailing mass of limbs and heavy muscle. He hits the casket. Crash. The wood splinters. He lands on top of the faceless corpse. He groans. He tries to get up. I am ready. I swing my shovel. I bring it down on his head. Thwack. He grunts. He goes down. But he's not out. He's strong as an ox. He grabs my ankle. He yanks. I fall. We are wrestling in the grave, in the dark, on top of a dead body. He punches me. His fist feels like a brick. My nose breaks. Blood fills my throat. He gets his hands around my throat. Die, he screams. Spittle hits my face. I can't breathe. The black spots are coming back. I scrabble in the dirt. My hand closes around something. A piece of the splintered mahogany casket, a jagged shard of wood, sharp as a shiv. I grip it. I jam it into his neck, right into the jugular. He gasps. His grip loosens. Blood spurts out, hot, arterial. It sprays over me. He falls back. He clutches his neck. The blood is black in the moonlight. He stares at me. The light is fading from his eyes. You, he gurgles. I told you, I wheeze. I fix mistakes. He convulses once, twice, and then he is still. I lie there panting, covered in dirt and blood and death. I am lying next to two Thomas Graves, one fake, one real. I push him off me. I stand up. I need to get out. I climb on top of the casket. I jump. I grab the edge of the grass. I pull myself up. My shoulder screams, but I don't care. I roll onto the grass. I lie there for a moment, looking at the stars. It's over. This time it's really over. I sit up. I look at the hole. I have work to do. I have to fill it in. I have to bury him. Again, nobody will ever look. They already dug him up once, in their minds. They already buried him. He is the perfect secret. I grab the shovel. I start to push the dirt back in. Push, slide, drop. It takes hours. By the time I'm done, the sun is threatening the horizon. I smooth the sod back over the mound. It looks messy, but in a week, the grass will knit. I stand up. I am exhausted. I am broken. But I am free. I walk back to the fence. I climb over. I walk to my car. I get in. I look at my face in the mirror. My nose is swollen. My eye is black. I look like a monster. I smile. I reach into the passenger seat. The bottle is empty. I need a refill. But not here. Not in Ohio. I start the car, I drive south, toward the sunrise. There are pharmacies everywhere. There are always mistakes to fix. I am the night shift, and my shift is just beginning.
Hope you enjoyed this week's presentation of The Night Shift. Join me next week for the finale. Will Elena go free? Thanks for watching. Bye now.